Hi everyone, my name is Chicha Moon. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome if you're new. We have four beautiful images in front of you, four beautiful women. If you're a man, this reading will apply to you as well. But focus on the images right now. Which one really pulls you in? Go with the one that you gravitate towards, and not necessarily based upon how the image looks or how the woman looks, but the energy that she's bringing. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to do that, starting now. Okay, so if you picked pile one, we are going to talk about the image first and why you might have been gravitated, why you might have been felt like you gravitated toward this image before you get into the cards. This image, no doubt, we can see she's very seductive. You could be very seductive, alluring. You could even wear dark lipsticks just like her. There could be a hip hop type influenced look about you where you do kind of accessorize just like she does as well too. But I can't deny the fact that her eyes are really, really pulling me in. They're just sucking me in within this image. So you could have eyes that just draw people in and you don't have to do much. You don't. She does look like, to me, she has a bit of a shyness. So you could be a little shy, but it's a sexy shyness. It's like what's under there, Something's poking out under there. Like I know there's something there, but I just can't, figure it out. So even though, you are shy or you may look shy, there could be some people who have picked this who have this look. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are. It's just you got to get to know the person. So there could be something that's very attractive about you to people where it's like there's something more to her or him, something more there. And it drives them nuts, like they want to find out what it is, okay? But a very stylish person. You could be a very stylish person. This is why you felt gravitated toward this image. But the eyes are really, really, to me, very significant with this one. You could have very, very beautiful eyes. And that would be something, on the top list if someone was to actually say what they find the most attractive about you. Okay. Now let's get into the cards. So we're going to ask a plethora of questions. So just stick with me till I get them all out. So we are reading for pile one. Let's just give these a good shuffle. Pile one, beautiful image. Pile one, so alluring, so enchanting. Has a little bit of an edge to you. You probably have a little bit of an edge. Again, I think you're like a mystery, a book of mystery. It's like, what you present may not be exactly who you are. It's like an unraveling, but it's exciting for people. That's what I feel like, okay? So let's find out here. What do others find attractive about you? Then we're going to go into this deck. What do others find physically attractive? So now we're focusing on physicals. So the physicality of you. Now these cards, yes, they're just like the tarot deck. We're not going to be focusing too much on what the cards mean, although we can, but it's going to be more about the images with this deck, okay? So what do people find physically attractive about pile one? Physically, we are focusing on the physical body. Physical body. Let's draw two. Okay. Next question. What indeed is the most beautiful thing about you, the most attractive thing about you? And this is coming from the cards, guys, okay? So this question will be what the cards want to tell you about what indeed is the most beautiful thing about you. So we're not focusing on other people. This will be from the cards' perspective. Okay, and then lastly, how does your beauty shine when you're around others? How does your beauty shine when you are around others? How does your beauty shine when you're around others? Okay, let's go very slowly here. Let's just put them all neatly. Okay, so let's talk about it. What do others find attractive about you? Interesting. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of creative energy here. You do have a King of Cups here, so even if you're a woman watching, this can still apply to you, but there could be a very big amount of passivity here. Okay, King of Cups to me is a very passive type energy. So I feel like you could sometimes come across as a little masculine, but like passively as well too. So you're very feminine on the outside, but when people get to know you, they might find you to be a little passive, and it could be even something that feels like, how do I put this? How do I put this into words? Maybe with the way that you behave. I'm not really getting looks here. I'm getting the way that you behave. Now, if you're a man watching, people could find you very passive, but this is beautiful in a way because it almost pulls them in more. It's interesting with the Seven of Wands too, because this talks about a lot about like a person who's very creative about the way that they go about things. So I don't know what you do for a living. I don't know if this is just with you in day-to-day, motions, but there's something very unique here. And with the star here, there's something mystifying about you. It's like an energy that this is really about energy, actually, this whole thing. Because when I see the star card, and we're talking about what's most so really beautiful about you, this makes me feel like the energy people feel when they're around you. So we're not even looking at looks here. I just feel like it's like this person can do magic. They can do magic. They are like very creative. They know how to kind of do different things. And they also know, if they're a woman, if you're a woman watching, how to kind of passively present their masculine side. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? So we're not getting like, if you're a woman, that this is like a masculine aggressive side of you that comes out. It's more like even tone, but it's almost like someone who knows how to balance between feminine and masculine. Give me more on the Seven of Wands. Give me more on the Seven of Wands. I'm going to put it out there too. If you are a woman, this could be coming from a man too. There's a King of Cups who finds you insatiable, insatiable. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at the star, give me more on the Seven of Wands. Yeah, your communication is very interesting, your communication style. But back to this, like if you're a woman watching, there could be a man that finds you insatiable. And it's funny because he's looking right at the star card. And now that I'm looking at the star, I should have realized she's blatantly naked. Okay. So you could be like a really beautiful woman with like a beautiful body. And it doesn't matter what size you are. It's just, there's something like goddess-like here. And I can't deny here, it's like with the Seven of Wands, like, I don't know. Maybe you're making those things. Okay, this could be for one person. You see how the image on this thumbnail, she looks very creative with like her style. You could be someone who's even like very creative with the way that you present yourself, and maybe you're making those things. Maybe you're making your clothes. Maybe you're making your accessories. That could be for one person. But I feel like there's something interesting that you do that is untouchable, and I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is because this is not a live reading. I'll have to wait for the feedback in the comment section. But you could be very, very unique with something that you do. And it could be even like a male-dominated field. I'm not sure. But with the star card, it's like you make magic. They find this beautiful. Like, and it's a very soft energy. So it's not like a bulldozer. I don't feel like you're a bulldozer coming in. It's just people notice this about you. Or you tell them, as they get to know you, like what you do, what you're into. Maybe you create something. Maybe you're very creative. Like, I feel like with the way that you speak to is prominent here with the Eight of Wands. So I don't know if you teach spirituality or if like you talk about something that's very different than what, your circle talks about. Or maybe like you're, again, creating something, you have your own business. Because I feel like either if this is not a man who's obsessed with you, this is like you as this silent masculine type, like that go-getter, a go-getter. But like in a nice way, like not like, you know what I'm talking about. There's some females that come across very like masculine, where they're just like, it's just, it's over the top, okay? Yours is more subtle, but it's nonetheless noticed. Wow, look at the star here. She's a creator, isn't she? So I don't know what you create. And please, if you just have your, 9 to 5 job, this can still apply to you as well, too. I just feel like there's a go-getter here, like taking action, and it's building, and like a no giving up attitude, but it's not, again, aggressive. It's like something under the radar. And you might be watching this and be like, you know what? I'm actually appreciative that people are noticing this, because you might not even tell them about it. They just kind of find out. So it's not like you want to be noticed, but you're being noticed for this. How interesting is that? But listen, there could be a man here. When I asked what others find so attractive about you, you could really pull in men like nothing. Like you make men go gaga. And I don't care if you're a man watching, even if you're a man watching and you happen to be GAY, you pull men in like nobody's business, because with the King of Cups, this is a person who falls quickly. So you could like really pull in a lot of people, if you're a woman or a man. And it's almost like, to you, it's kind of funny in a sense, because it's like you don't even do much. She's literally just sitting there and creating. He's watching her create. She's not even like trying to be noticed. She's just doing her own thing. Wow. What do others find physically attractive about you? Knight of Pentacles and Judgment. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at how, what people find physically attractive about you is like literally like the whole physique, And, I'm seeing hair. The hair is very prominent to me. Hope you guys can see that the hair is very prominent to me, but it's very natural, but seductive, very seductive. So I don't know if there's a way that you dress where it's like you are covered, but you tend to show like your best attributes. But because it's funny, because she is clothed, but she's just kind of putting up her skirt a bit to show you a little peek, of what she's got going on. It's like if she would have had that dress down, you would not even know that she would have had those sexy stockings on, okay? With the Judgment here, what people find sexy about you is like physically. I'm looking at like her behind is really gravitating, like I'm gravitated towards that in this photo. But again, the hair to me is a lot. It's like you could have a really beautiful texture to your hair. And I don't care if you're wearing a wig. I don't care if you're wearing clip-in extensions. I don't care what it is. It's the way you do it, the way you present it, and very dreamy like. You see how like Cupid's up there? Very dreamy, and like he wants to court the shit out of her. Like he's just like Knight of Pentacles, just like I'm willing to like wait, I'm willing to like slowly and steadily make my way. So you could be very hard to get. And I know that we're asking about what physically is attractive about you, but I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles and the Judgment, there's an element here of like worth the wait, Nine of Pentacles will move towards its goal very slowly and steady. So you make people really want to like go through the fire to get to know you. Like they will wait, and with the Judgment here, it's like when the time is right, but I think it's you deciding, people could also feel the way that kid is holding them two together, like bonded. People could feel also too like this kind of connection to you, like, and I'm talking about more in like a love way right now, not like in friendship, although it could be. But I feel like people feel like drawn in, and it's like once they get drawn in, it's like they're not going to easily give up. So you're going to be worth it. They're going to like take their time and make the effort. But the hair, and it's interesting because she has that beautiful hair in the photo as well too. And I don't know, the behind as well too, but there's something very productive, what am I saying? Provocative about the way that you dress. I think like there's something, you know what to do. Like you know how to like dress a certain way and then show a little, just like how she's showing in the image. She's showing you a little piece of her shoulder, but it's like, that's enough, You look at the image and you're like, wow, you didn't even need to do anything more. I'm like pulled in just from your shoulder. You know what I mean? So I think you really drive people gaga. I really think you do. And it's a mixture. It's a mixture of like physical appearance, but it's also the way that you behave too. There's something very seductive here. And you probably know this and know how to pull it, put it on real good. Should you be interested to somebody, you would know how to like woo the F out of them, okay, and make them gaga. Wow. Okay. So what indeed is the most beautiful thing about you? Remember, this is the cards perspective now. Cards perspective, not other people. Oh my goodness, this is nice. You know how to leave crappy situations behind and go out on your own. I hope you can see this because this is actually quite beautiful. You know how to leave a crappy situation behind and start over with literally nothing. And this could be with anything. It could be like toxic relationships. It could be like work situations that no longer serve you. You know how to like cut your losses as well too. I think that you are probably a very giving person, Pile One, but like once you start to see like someone's taking advantage or this is no longer serving my higher purpose, you're willing to like venture out. And it's like this fool on the card doesn't have much, okay? So I'm not even talking about like if you had all your ducks in a row, you're literally willing to take a risk. And that is like really beautiful to have, especially like you must be at a certain, soul awakening to be like at that because most people just stay in things forever because they have attachments or codependency or they don't feel like they're good enough to do anything. People could be aware of that, I know we're reading for what the cards want you to know, but people could be aware of that as well. I'm sure people are seeing this too, but my goodness, look at this, like you cut you it looks like with the 10 of Wands here, you kind of put in, you willing to do that. You will put in the work on a certain individual or a situation, but like once you've had enough, like you're starting over. You will start over. And it's like maybe this type of mentality where I feel like I have the same mentality where it's like, I'm going to keep trying as long as I'm here. I don't care if I'm 80, as long as I'm breathing, there's still possibilities. So this could be like even a great attitude about life. Just like taking those fresh starts or opening those new doors and not worrying about like what's going to happen. And if you think that that is like not a big deal, it is actually a big deal because a lot of people worry about the what ifs that never happen. Oh, wow. Let me see if I pull anything else from this. This could also be like going against the grain, there could be a lot of naysayers. There's always been naysayers maybe in your life. And you just were like, I don't hear you, going against the odds. This could also be this because when I'm looking at this 5 of Pentacles, I feel like this guy is saying in this woman's ear, like, you can't do it, or, you're not good enough, or, you'll fail. And it's like, you don't care. So this could also be not just with fresh starts. Maybe even what's beautiful about you is that you've learned how to like go past what people say to you. People's opinions like no longer serve you. It's like, I'm only listening to my intuition. This guy looks very free on this card, does he not? I mean, look at the Fool on the card. Does he look like he's listening to anybody else's opinions? No, he looks like he's literally just listening to his guides and his intuition. And that's what's going to like rule him going forward. Wow. Unbelievable. Really, really nice here. Really nice. Now, how does your beauty shine when you're around others? Oh, wow. This is that connection I was telling you about. Okay, listen. Oh, wow, guys. Oh, my goodness. Listen, children could love you. Children could love you. That's there. Your family, if just for a few of you, I'm not saying that everybody out there's family loves them. Okay, I know that there's, can be complications. But listen, like, oh, my goodness. Children could really be gravitated towards you. But not only that, how your beauty shines when you're around others, it's like, look, like, okay, so 6 of Cups energy is a very sweet person, a person who's going to be there for you. They're going to extend, They're helping hand to you. They're going to be that friend that you meet and it's like, they're open. They're open. There's no like, awkwardness or holding back. Do you need something? They come to your house, they bring you food. This guy's bringing, flowers. Six of Cups can be a very sweet, sweet energy, sweet and innocent. And I'm going to tell you something with the Ace of Pentacles. You're an asset. You're an asset to have in life, okay? And with that 10 of Cups, you bring happiness to everybody you touch. So people who are just friends or coworkers could feel like when they talk about you, it's like, that's my family. Like, she's my family, or she welcomed me in like I was family, or he was. I just feel like, it's like maybe even something that I've never had before. So you could maybe bounce up a lot of girls. Let's say you're a girl watching and you have friendships with other girls. Girls could be like, you know what? When I met you, I felt so good. I didn't even feel like there was any holding back or any kind of awkward energy or any passive aggressive behavior. You just kind of were like yourself, like you were yourself, and you made me very happy. You make me very happy. Wow. So this is definitely like an inward thing, which, beauty is very much about the inwardness, okay? You are bringing that to people, and you're kind of fulfilling people in a way, Now, I hope that you are fulfilled as well, too, because, this can be like a very giving person, but you're making people feel like family, like they found family in you. And you're probably that person they call when they need something or when they are like, in a bind. That Ace of Pentacles, that solid energy, like just not changing up, not flipping up. You know what I'm talking about, right? People who are like hot one day, cold one day. None of that here. Wow. You are a very attractive person, both on the inside and out. And I want you to know that after reading these cards on you, that's if this resonates, we need more people like you in this world, especially in friendships with women to women, okay? Because I feel like here there's no holding back. And it's a very authentic energy. So if you like somebody, you like somebody, you like them. There's no ulterior motives or, something here where it's like, what you see is not what you get, okay? It's like very stable. And you might be even through your actions of this middle row reading, changing other people's lives, because by example, they're also changing as well too. So you're probably inspiring people. Yeah. Oh goodness, pile one. Amazing, amazing. Let me know what you thought, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, so if you picked pile 2, oh my God, is this not a beautiful image? I'm going to say straight up, you could be a sexy Latina watching. Oh, you could, okay? But you could also be a Persian, a woman, or Middle Eastern or whatever. But, you could be. I'm just saying for a few other, that's why you may have gravitated towards her. Let's not like deny her hair. I mean, you could have really beautiful hair. And that's for a man watching as well, but you could have really lush, full hair. And that is something that would be at the top of the list when people say, what do you find so beautiful about this person? Okay. Her lips are like full. She's exotic. You could be exotic. If you're not exotic, you could just be like that person where it's like you see them and it's like you get triggered in a way, like caught off guard by their beauty. There's a uniqueness. So I don't care even if you have a more larger nose, because sometimes larger nose or different types of noses can be very, very attractive. I know for me, in men, sometimes it's like that, like awkward features that don't exactly fit the prototype can be very hot. So there could be something very unique about your look. And I'm talking physically, like on your face, okay? But again, you could be a Latina watching and you were gravitated towards her because she looks so Latina, does she not? Or Persian or Middle Eastern or whatnot. But nonetheless, this is probably going to be, I would be very shocked to see the cards if they don't come out like this. But this is probably going to be a very spicy energy reading, okay? So let's get into your reading now, okay? So we're going to ask a lot of questions today. So just bear with me till I get the cards out. So we're reading for pile 2. Let's just give these cards a good shuffle. We are reading for pile 2. Pile 2. Pile 2. So beautiful. So beautiful. You're all beautiful. I want you to know. All of you watching are beautiful. Okay, so let's first find out what others find attractive about you. Then let's ask what others find physically. So with these cards, it is a tarot deck, but we're going to be more focusing on the images. Now, we will take into consideration what the cards are, but I am definitely looking at the images with this card. Okay, this deck. What do people find physically? Physically, we're talking about the body now. Physically attractive about pile 2. Let's draw 2. Okay. Now, second question. What indeed is the most attractive thing about you? Okay. Now, this is from the card's perspective. This is not going to be from other people. We're going to find out what the cards want you to know about what they think is the most beautiful thing about you. Okay, and then the last question will be, how does your beauty shine when you're around others? Okay, let's go very slowly here. What do others find attractive about pile 2? Oh, wow. Ooh, I'm not surprised. Listen, with the 2 of Pentacles, you could be a type of personality that is, I'm feeling, okay, listen, I'm not saying that you're one, but sometimes I equate energy to astrology signs. Now, I'm not saying that you're one, but you could be, but this feels very Gemini to me, okay? Now, again, you might not be a Gemini, so don't click off, but with the 2 of Pentacles, there could be an imbalance in maybe moods or personality. So this gives me like a detached feeling, okay? You really pull people in because we don't really know what to expect with you. And that can be hot sometimes, I'll tell you. Human nature, I mean, we are attracted to the ones that throw us a bit, aren't we? But listen, you're a good time with the 4 of Wands. So people are willing to put up with that. They are willing to pull up with that. You bring everything home, like with the 4 of Wands, everything home. And what I mean by that is that people know when they're going to be with you, they're going to have a freaking good time. It might even be above average, like literally, like you probably live like, it's like you're living your life to the fullest, And when people are with you, it's like they probably have experiences that they don't usually have with other people. So like this could get even out of hand, You could get into situations where, I don't know, maybe it's like a night like to remember, where you're just like, I don't know, dancing and drinking, and you end up like up on the like table, and you're just like, everybody's watching you, and then you're singing. Like it could be like that extreme, okay? And it's not that extreme, but as you get older, you tend to kind of not have those kind of things no more. But I feel like with you, it doesn't matter. It's like it's always going to hit home. It could be like the smallest thing, like you go to a baseball game and it's going to be a memorable experience, and it has a lot to do with you. So you could really be a person who, because of your presence, attracts that in. All eyes are on you, honey. All eyes are on you. Now, it's interesting. So these 2 cards really do symbolize the 2 of Pentacles to me, because although you're a very fun person with the 4 of Wands and it feels like really great to be around you, there's like a mystery going on with the moon. So you can be all out with somebody, you can be, generous, friends, but there's parts of yourself that you keep hidden. People find that attractive because obviously, who likes someone who tells them their whole life story, within the first month of knowing them. But it's like, I don't know, it thrills people a bit. Like there's something I feel like about you that to people, constantly want to know more, or know that there's more and they want to get it out somehow. But I feel like with the moon, there could be bouts of times where people get like an inkling of something, and it kind of actually, in a weird way, seductively like draws them in. So maybe you could be like a person who starts to tell a story, but then you cut it off, or like you kind of drop hints in here about something in your past, but like you don't say it fully. Like I'm telling you, this is not an open book, pile two. You know, you leave people always wanting more. But my God, are you a good time? Can we be friends? I need more of that in my life. I really do. Because honestly, like life is short, and it's like, why would why would anybody not want to live? Like you're living your fullest life, you know? So when you go out, it's a good time. And people, I feel like what they find also attractive about you too is that you easily, maybe even with the Four of Wands, accept like people in. So it's not hard to be friends with you, but I feel like when it comes to like a part of you, there's a part of you that is very secretive. And it could be times where you need downtime, or times where you go off alone, or maybe you don't talk about your past. You know where I'm going here? I hope you do. But it's like, it's that equal taste of like giving me a little bit, but like I can't get all of it, with you. So you always leave people wanting more. It's like that really delicious cheesecake that maybe you're allowed to only eat a bite of, but you want the whole cake. Like this is what it feels like to me. So what people find attractive about you is like you're an equal balance of a great time, really open, friendly, fun. But then there's also with the moon, you always leave something more to know. So you're interesting as F is what I'm trying to say, okay? Interesting as F, like never a dull moment with this pile, okay? Now, what do people find physically attractive about you? Oh goodness, we have to draw another one. I forgot I left. So this is just like the beginning. So I have to draw one more. But wow, look at this. Oh my God, he's looking right between her legs. Wow. Three of Swords, my goodness. One more. You're really like a teaser. You could be a teaser, and not on purpose, but I'm just saying, like, look at this woman, how free she is with herself. You could be very free with your body. I'm not going to lie here. People find that physically attractive. Maybe you're very, like, you dress provocatively. Or if it's not provocative, you tend to show a lot of cleavage, but it's like you're not afraid with your body, like you're open, like you would like dance under a full moon naked, like you don't really care, like you're very sure of yourself. And she is very like the way she has her hands back and her hair, and she's showing him like all her goods. It's like very, very in her femininity and free, because a lot of women can't do that. I talk to a lot of women every day. And they tell me all kinds of stuff about not being able to kind of show their body to their partner even, okay? It's hard for them. You're like very open and free, and you're very pleased with yourself as well too. So that's attractive too, when a woman can have that where she has no inhibitions about her body, that will be physically attractive, okay? Now, Five of Wands here, I'm telling you, a lot of people are attracted. Like this man is so sneaky. He's watching her with another man, but he wants her too. He wants her too. I don't think she even knows he's there. I don't know. I can't tell. But with these two, it's like Five of Wands. You drive people nuts because Five of Wands will be that type of hectic energy. And then Three of Swords as well too. So it's like you probably broken a lot of hearts, People wanted to kind of experience you and they weren't able to, so boo for them, because I feel like you're not even really even thinking about it. But I feel like there's a lot of people who still think about you. Like even this guy, maybe he's a guy from the past and he's watching you with a new guy on social media and he's like, damn, I wanted to hit that, I wanted to have that, Everybody wants to experience your body, and it could be because you're very free, but I can't deny the fact that her breasts are showing. So your breasts could be a big deal. But I can't deny also to the way that she looks sitting there. She's very free with herself. And you kind of give this look too when people see you, where it's like they almost can envision what it's going to be like in bed, and they know it's going to be good, okay? They know it will be. You could also tantalize a lot of married men, because I just noticed there's a woman in the background and she looks like his wife. It looks like that to me. She's carrying a tray of food. Like she looks like the wife or something. I don't know. So you could be very alluring even to married men. It's like But I'm telling you, the way that you look, it's like, I mean, look at the image. Any man who looks at her is gonna say, okay, I know I'm gonna have a spicy time. I know I'm gonna have a good time with her. Okay, so you give off that energy. So physical beauty, yes, but there's also an energy here that's exuding from you of confidence, femininity, beauty, etc., etc. Okay, now let's find out what indeed, according to the cards, is the most beautiful thing about you right now. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm glad I asked this question because, it's very interesting now that we're on the second pile, what these cards are trying to, say to the person who's watching this. So, what indeed is the most beautiful thing about you? You have a way about you. I'm not going to lie. Now, some people could see that as sneaky. Some people could see that as calculating. But I'll tell you, you are a very smart individual. And I feel like with the Page of Pentacles, you've had this since you were a kid. I feel like with the mental clarity of the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Swords, you really know how to get what the hell you want. And again, sometimes people will view that as malicious or for nefarious reasons. Who cares? Whatever. We're not reading about that part today, okay? We're not reading about that. I just feel like you really know how to get what you want in life. And you have like freaking strategies about it, okay? With the Seven of Swords. Like you could be even like, I'm thinking about that movie. I know that's probably a lot more of like a drastic example. Like with that guy from Jason Bourne. What's his name? Matthew, not Matthew. Oh God, I don't remember his name. Where he kind of like portrayed the other person. Like you could really like be very calculating. Like I think that you could be in a, probably had past lives as maybe like even maybe, I don't know, a criminal or someone who knew how to strategically get things, maybe a bank robber, who knows, You would be that person who people would want to have on their team because you would know exactly how to strategize your way out of everything. And it could be literally like going on a team at work, playing baseball. And you're like, listen, you're huddling with the people and you're like, listen, Ramirez, we know his weak side. He know he could do this. So do that. Johnson, oh, that guy, oh, he knows, he doesn't like to be, he has a problem with his eyes. So make sure you kind of, cause distraction or whatever, because he doesn't know how to focus. Like you are really calculating and you know how to like observe people. And that's beautiful. You're aware, you're open with the Ace of Swords. And let me tell you, people don't have that. They don't. Not everybody does. A lot of people, they only see what's in front of them. They don't even know how to sit somewhere and really observe a room. Like you could probably get yourself out of a lot of problems. Like I think with this pile, there's probably one person out there who probably has, had near-death experiences and just knew in the moment, like what to do. Okay. Like really know how to like strategize. Okay. So this is something that's really beautiful and it's actually a gift. So don't let anybody tell you that you are, calculating or like in a nefarious way. This is actually a gift I feel like that's been bestowed upon you since you were a child. And since if we're seeing the card of, since a child, this could be something from past lives. So if you feel like you always resonated with the mafia or like, what I'm talking about, organized crime, you could have been one, straight up, okay? But it's beautiful because this personality can work out in certain situations. You could really find yourself getting out of a lot of problems because you know how to like think, okay? With the Ace of Swords, you have a really great brain, honestly, okay? And any type of situation you can maneuver. It's like, throw me into the jungle, honey. I ain't scared, okay? Beautiful. Now, how does your beauty shine when you're around others? Okay, so with this one, there's something about the love that you give. I can't deny the fact that the Page of Cups is here. There's something about the love. It's very shocking to people. Just like if you see this fish, okay, on the card, you see how that fish is popping out and it's almost like a surprise to the guy. It's a surprising type of love. And it could be that, we're talking now about something that is karmic. So How does your beauty shine when you're around others? You're actually doing something to other people. I don't know if sometimes you feel like you're like a gift to people. And I know that sounds very egocentric, but there are people out there who are gifts to people. I've met them, okay? And I'm one too. But anyways, you make people feel very good. And I feel like you feel like it's with the Wheel of Fortune, even some sort of degree where it's like you've blessed people in a way, you know? Like, give me more on the Seven of Wands before I speak. Give me more on the Seven of Wands, because I know what this is, but sometimes I tend to struggle in my communication. So hopefully, you know, it's funny that Six of Wands popped out. You definitely are a winner type of personality, and like you have a lot to give others. Yeah, I'm not surprised that came out with the Death. So I'm telling you, you're changing people's lives. And I'm not saying that you're here, you know, I guess I'm not going to sit here and say like you're saving lives like a doctor. But there's other people who save lives in different ways. And I feel like you get people out of ruts and you transform people with this death card. And that's what I felt like with the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like it's almost karmic in a way where it's like the people that you pick up or you get to know or who are your friends, you've helped them a lot, you know? They can't say you have not. And your love is actually very sweet. It's very innocent with the Page of Cups, but it feels like beautiful. You could even be like that person, because it's a page, you know, page represents messages. You could even be the type of person who it's like, you know, always remembers like to give a card for someone's birthday, or you know, showers people with like gifts, or, you know, sends those emails of inspiration like, honey, you got this. I got your back. We can do this. But just sends, you know, beautiful messages of inspiration all the time. And regardless of if you hold back with the Moon, you have every right to do so. That's your personal, you know, type of thing. Or maybe you go through things have happened to you, so you need your downtime. But regardless of those times when you're like that, this Four of Wands makes up for it more than plenty, okay? So again, you're transforming people's lives just by being in them. And I'm not afraid to say that because I know it sounds very egocentric, but I have to give credit where credit is due. So if nobody's even telling you this, or nobody has told you, I'm going to tell you, all right? So keep doing what you're doing. I'm telling you, you're helping a lot of people. And that could be maybe why some of you who are watching this have a lot of people in your life. You know, a lot of people who are, you know, willing to like help you, or just at the click of a button on the phone, they would be there. It's because of what you've done for them. Okay. So that was your reading, pile 2. Whew, that was a lot. Amazing. Let me know if it resonated. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Okay, so pile 3. If you are attracted to this image, without a doubt, before we get into the cards, we will discuss what the image could be, why you were gravitated to it. But yes, without a doubt, you could be a beautiful, beautiful Black woman, okay? That's why you chose this image, or what you felt guided towards it. Or you could just really be in touch with yourself as a woman, a very strong woman. You know, just her expression on the image looks like she's an inward person. She's a person who reflects often, and she's just really in tune with herself. So you could have been attracted, if you're not a beautiful Black woman, to the fact that you could be very strong, okay, whether you're a woman or man. Now, her hair is sticking out to me, so you could be very, very, you know, interesting with hairstyles. You know, you could have a hairstyle that is not worn by many, or you are constantly changing it up, or there's something very unique with it. Also, you could have been attracted to this image because maybe you do have short hair. That could have been a reason, but energy-wise, she looks like a very strong woman who's very in touch with herself, and very in touch with like her shadow side, her higher self. She's the only image on this thumbnail who has her eyes closed. She's going within. So that could be something that, you know, made you feel like you wanted to pick her. Okay. So let's get into now the cards. So be patient with me. I will be asking a lot of questions. So I'm going to just pull them all and then we'll get to the reading. Let's read. We're reading for pile 3. So far, this whole pick a card has been dope as F. Seriously, I love reading for you guys. It's just so, like, I can't even tell you, doing this work is so fulfilling. So fulfilling. So thank you. Thank you to my audience. Okay. So let's first ask what others find attractive about you. Okay. Now we're going to ask, what do others find physically? So we will be reading these cards. They are like tarot cards, but we're going to be focusing more on the images. We will maybe read the description, but we're focusing more on the image of this. So with pile 3, what do people find physically attractive about this person? 1, 2. Okay. Now we're going to ask, what indeed is the most beautiful thing about you? And this is coming from the cards perspective, okay, guys? Not other people. This is what the cards want to tell you on their own about what is so attractive about you. Oh, you got 2. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. And then we're going to ask, lastly, how does your beauty shine when you're around others? Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this very slowly. So what do others find attractive about you? Am I not surprised that we got the Hermit card? Am I not surprised? I told you, this image, she goes within a lot. She's an inward person, you know, she's a self-reflector. She's, you know, a person who is going to really diagnose or assess things, you know, think about things, but like even move past them, you know, by doing that. So this could be a couple of things. First of all, for a couple of you out there, you could have a very beautiful family. You could be a beautiful mother. People find you beautiful as a mother. But I can't deny the fact here with the 5 of Cups and the Hermit, there could be a lot of pain that you've went through, okay? People know about this. With the Hermit here as well, too, you could be a person who's also went through this stuff and not asked anybody for a damn thing. So whereas there are people who are victims, you're not, okay? Even though you technically are, you could be. You never played that card, okay? You've went within. You could be a very spiritual person or a person who's really about ascending or about self-growth. But I can't deny the fact with this 5 of Cups, I'm feeling a heavy energy already in this reading. I haven't had that, okay, in pile 1 or 2. So I feel like this pile, you've went through a lot of darkness, but it's interesting because what you have to focus on with this card is that there's 3 cards. There's 3 cups spilled over, but there's 2 remaining. So you could be a person who's very positive and who doesn't tend to kind of dwell on the bad things, you know, even though they could be repeatedly happening. It's like, can I get a break? Can I get a break? You shine so much to the world through the 10 of Cups and your family. It's like, it doesn't matter what's happened. This is beautiful. And you walk your own path. You don't care about, you know, maybe the norms or, you know, what people say to do or the trends. You do your own thing always. And that could be even with this way that you look, okay? The style that you do or whatever you do with your hair or your clothes. It's like you've always walked alone. Like this is a very authentic individual, a person who was not even able to be like indoctrinated, to be honest, okay? So you were probably like me and growing up in school, nothing ever really made sense. You were never really like that obey type. You did your own thing. You know, you thought outside the box. You questioned things. And you didn't kind of take in programming. I know we're getting so weird now, but, you know, that's just what I'm feeling, okay? But I can't deny here with the 10 of Cups, what people find attractive about you is that you bring a lot of joy to whatever you do. And if that's friendships, whatever. If that's family, yeah. If it's your workplace, it's just like a joy. And I think people know may know things about you that have happened, and it could be some pretty crazy stuff. Like maybe you even lost a child, maybe you lost somebody important to you, or maybe you went through something really deep, and they're just like, how does this person just keep it together? And not only are they keeping it together, it's like they still have love to give. Like they still have love to give after what has happened, So with this one, like so far, like you're really bringing it home, pile through here. This, as far as the first question, tops like 1 and 2 without a shadow of a doubt, because this is hard. This is hard. Okay. This is hard to get and hard to have in a life, where it's almost like maybe even odds are stacked against you, or again, it's been very rough. But again, you're walking to your own tune, and you realize you're probably very connected as well to your higher self with the Hermit. And you can make it through. Like you've got this. Like you're your own champ. You don't need other people. And that people find that so attractive. Like, I mean, who wouldn't, right? Like who wouldn't? Come on. So let's find out what's very attractive about you physically. Okay. So we got the behind. Now let's just be real, guys. Like, yeah. Like look at the butt. Like the butt is, there's probably wow. I'm surprised that we got two cards of the same thing. So I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna talk about the butt. I'm probably not gonna talk about anything else, but the behind here is a big one, and I feel like this is coming from men. Okay, so it doesn't matter who it comes from, but men find you tantalizing. Like they just want to kind of bend you over. It's like something that, in that movie Girls Trip, when she said, and I don't remember her name, but you remember when she said, once they see my stuff, it like burns in their brain and they can't get it out. That's what I'm seeing here. Like your butt is something that is unforgettable. Unforgettable. It's like once you lay eyes on it, no other butt compares. And I know this is sounding funny, but whatever. That's what I see here. Okay. I'm sure you see it too. Can you see it? Oh, we can't deny the fact we got 2 cards the same way. Now with the Chariot and the 6 of Wands, this is like something that people really want to kind of... So 6 of Wands would be like that energy of coming towards, and then with the 6 of Wands being successful with. So I'm telling you, part of like the attraction for you physically is also like getting it, okay? Because with the Chariot, this could be even like doggy style and fully being able to kind of like get that, in this position, okay? You see the way she is? They want to drive towards this, if you kind of get where I'm going. Okay, I hope you get where I'm going. So with this one, it's the butt. It's the butt. I'm not really seeing anything else. It's the butt. And it's funny because if you look at her, she knows. She knows. Look at her. You see her face? She's like, yeah, look at my badunkadunk. Yeah, you want it. Yeah. So you know. I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised if you didn't know. Okay? Now let's go to the second row now. So what indeed is the most beautiful thing about you? And remember, this is the card's perspective, okay? Interesting. Because again, I'm telling you, look at the love that you're giving to people. No matter, you have a high priestess sitting right here. There's a lot of darkness, I feel like, in your past or your life presently, but it doesn't stop you. And I'm telling you, with the Knight of Wands and the Death card, you're transforming people with this love. And with the Knight of Wands, you could take people off guard. People could be caught off guard by your presence. They meet you and it's like pleasantly surprised by this, Maybe they find out about this past of yours with the High Priestess. And you know what I like about the High Priestess? She can be very bitter if she wanted to be, about all the secrets in her past, but she doesn't. She understands that, when you do that, it's like you're drinking the poison while the rest of the people are living their life, So, very grounded energy here, but I can't deny the fact here. And very, very nice too with the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is like, well, it's a page, right? So, it could be messenger. messenger. So this could be even like you send those emails, you send texts to see how people are. You're always checking in on others. Maybe you bring like food to the office. You're just always giving. Um, Give me more on the Knight of Wands because I'm sensing something, but I don't want to say it completely unless I'm for sure accurate on this, because I feel like there's could be something. Give me more on the Knight of Wands. Give me more on the Knight of Wands. So I think you're sparking something. I don't know if you help people with this. There could be a few of you out there who have this type of pain or whatever you've experienced and you've helped people, but you're actually inspiring younger people with this. Could be younger with the Knight, but it doesn't have to be. But I feel like what's also very beautiful about you, the cards want you to know, is that you're chutzpah. I don't know if you know what this word means. It's like a Jewish term for like bravery, coolness, all that kind of stuff wrapped up in one. Someone who tries new things. You're not afraid to venture out with the Fool. I don't know if there's been a lot of death as well, too, in your life. Give me more on the High Priestess. I have not read this much for other groups, but I'm intrigued. Give me more on the High Priestess. Give me more on her. Okay, we have a lot of children here. I don't know if you help children. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing, but you could be doing this, or this could be your childhood. Regardless of your childhood, it's like you pushed through, and it's like with this Knight of Wands, it's like you have an energy that is like, it's like a warrior, you know, warrior. But if you're not helping others, I would suggest you do. I don't know if there is something that you can do with this. Again, this is a general reading. I don't know exactly what you've went through, but I feel like we have a lot of youthful cards. There's something the cards want you to know about your pain that you're able to like help others with this. So if you're already doing that, like 2 thumbs up, but I think there's something that you can do with this. But again, to answer the question about what is the most beautiful thing about you is the fact that you're not letting your inner demons affect your life, okay? You are still giving love when maybe you didn't receive love, okay? You are being kind to others who maybe were not even so kind to you. But also, you didn't let this past of yours drag you down. You were with like the fire with the Knight of Wands. Maybe the only one in your family too that was just like, I'm gonna rise up and you can't stop me. I mean, look at these 2 cards. Can anybody stop these two cards? I don't think so, the way they look. I can't, I don't feel like I could stop these 2 people on this card. It looks like to me they're out like on a vengeance, you know, to kind of like be successful. But it's interesting. I think you could be profiting from this, whatever this is. And I don't mean to say that in a rude way, but what I mean is I think there's someone that you could help with this. I don't know. Maybe this is going to resonate for some people who are already helping people, okay? Now, let's find out how your beauty shines when you are around others. You spark a lot of interest. You know, with this pile, I'm starting to see that there's some sort of like a boss mentality here. You could really be, you need to be in an elevated position, okay? Because I feel like people are looking at you like an idol. You're inspiring people to do better in their life. And I don't know if you are successful with whatever you're doing. And I'm not saying that you're running a Fortune 500 company, okay? But what I am saying is that you have the like ability. People are looking at you like someone to learn from. Give me more on the Tower. Give me more on the Tower. You know what I'm also seeing here too? There could be a type of energy here, like a no-nonsense. Give me more. Yeah, you're like a no-nonsense person. I feel like with the Tower as well too. There could be through your words or through your maybe like tough love, you inspire others to do something with themselves. I'm telling you, this could be like a coach. You could be like a really good coach or a mentor for something, even women. I don't know what you're doing, or children, anybody at this point with the spread that I'm seeing here. And it's interesting with this desired outcome of the Nine of Cups, like you are like a wish for people. It's like people feel like you came into my life and you saved me somehow. I don't know if you help people, if you like let them into your home, or you're that type who's like, if someone doesn't have food, you will feed them. But it's like your heart is so open with this Ten of Cups. I'm telling you, people feel like you coming into their life saved them alone. I'm going to be very curious with pile 3. Please, if this is resonating, let me know in the comment section, because I'm really getting here a very clear understanding of who this person is, and I would be shocked if it didn't resonate with you helping others, because people are feeling like you're like a wish, like you come in and you change their life somehow. You make them want to do better. I don't know if they're learning from you. I don't know if you give them tough love with the tower. You talk to them in a certain way, and then all of a sudden they want to do better, but you're doing something. So let me know if that's resonating, because that's very big in this last row. So how else does your beauty shine when you're around others? You're just a person who has it together, ducks in a row, really worked hard for what you had, and maybe even unbeknownst to you, through that, you're changing others without saying anything. So even if you're not even coming at people and trying to help them, through just your energy, because that will shift others when they meet somebody or they work with somebody, they know what that person went through, that will shift people. People will go home and be like, you know what? I don't think what I'm going through is that bad right now. I mean, look at Deborah, look at Deborah, look at her, she can make it, I can. Something along that line, okay? But wow, pile 3, so far, this is the pile to pick. Really, like deeply, like you're really deeply affecting others. And, if you did go through something, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. But it looks like you're doing the right thing. You're going inward and you're rising up, and instead to let this thing take you down, you're moving up. And, that's all you can do, when you're here on earth, is try to make the best of your time. And that's what you're doing. So kudos to you, pile 3. Thank you so much. Let me know if that resonated, guys. Okay, so if you picked the image 4, okay, so we'll talk about the image first before we draw into the cards. She is your very classic girl, very classic beauty, a beauty that can just kind of fit into any time period. You could literally insert into the 1920s, 1940s, it wouldn't matter. She would fit in. So she's very classic looking. You could be that way. You could be like that next door, like sweetheart, girl next door type. Ultra feminine here. Ultra feminine. She's giving me femininity like times 50. So very girly if you're a girl. Very romantic. You could be very romantic type person, and it could just be like your style of dressing. But that's what people find very attractive about you. And I feel like there's a detached mystery about her. So I don't really sense that she's kind of that open. She's giving me an energy of being a little bit of a mystery, not easy to get, and that you have to get to know. That onion you have to peel. She doesn't look easy to me. She doesn't look like image number 2. You have to get to know this girl. So you could be all of those things, and that could have been why you were gravitated to this image. Now let's get into your cards. Let's get into your cards. Okay, so we're going to ask a lot of questions here, so just be patient with me. This is for pile 4. We are reading for pile 4. Let's see here. Okay, pile 4. Just let me give these a good shuffle. Okay, so what do others find attractive about pile 4? Now we're going to read from this deck. Now, I know this is a tarot deck, but we are going to be mainly looking at the images, okay? We will take into account what the cards are, but for this deck, I will be looking at the images. So let's find out what people find physically. This is the physical body of pile 4. What do people find very attractive about pile 4, their physical body. We'll draw 2. Okay, back to this deck. Let's find out now what indeed is the most attractive thing about you, according to the cards. So what do the cards want to tell you about what is the most beautiful thing about you? So not other people, what the cards want you to know. One, 2. Okay, now lastly, we're going to find out, how does your beauty shine when you are around others? Okay, so let's go very slowly here. Okay, so first question, what do others find attractive about you? Interesting. Okay, so you could be a little imbalanced in your personality, which is fine. That's kind of what I sensed from her. The image on the thumbnail is that although she's very beautiful, she's very feminine, there is a different side to her where it could be a little detached. You might have to get to know. You're a boss with the Emperor. You are a boss. So you're not easily that person that's going to be able to get on a schedule. If someone's interested, they might have to work just to even ask you to get, come out for a date. You could be very popular. I'm not going to lie with the World card. And, your beauty could be on another level. And I really hope that, no one would sit here and say, well, I don't think I'm that beautiful. Please don't put yourself towards people you see in magazines, because it's not real. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and what is beautiful to you is not beautiful to someone else. Okay. So I'm telling you, you are very beautiful. I'm kind of not shocked that you got the World with this card, because, she's very, very alluring, okay? And you could even be a person who is many people's types, okay? But with the Emperor, you have another way about you. Now, it's funny that you would get this when we're asking if people find attractive about you, because people don't really like the Emperor, right? But in this spread, it's good because it's there's a way about you that is, again, high standards, a boss, probably very successful as well too. Maybe you've, reached a certain status in life and people just look at you like, wow, she's got it together, and you could have done it all on your own. You could have. But you have things, but you have a high respect for yourself. So you're not that person that people could be stupid with, or, send dirty things to. There's a very high regard here with this pile, a lot of respect. And there could be even a little bit of a temper here. I'm not saying, crazy throwing chairs, but you can't F with pile 4, okay? Maybe you might think you can at first glance, but once you start to talk to this person after a while, you'll realize there's an energy, and it's an energy of respect. So people find that very attractive. And it's funny that we got the 2 of Pentacles, because you're almost like an equal balance with this beautiful woman on the World card, Very beautiful, very popular, very feminine. Everybody's looking at her. She could be even very popular on social media because it does talk about the World Wide Web. But you're not going to just have your way with me. I'm not a dumb person, okay? That's what people find very attractive about you. And why would they not? This is great, okay? Now let's find out what people find physically attractive about you. High Priestess and the Temperance. Look at this. I love how when these readings just add up, because to me, she's so alluring. She's very feminine. She's fully dressed and everything too, but it's there's something there, it's like a wall we have to break through. So, but we are reading feminine beauty. So this could be again, your hair or the way that you dress. It's very feminine. You could be into very long flowing dresses or really accentuating certain parts of you, but very, very feminine. The feet are shown here, both in the same position, so that you could have very, very beautiful feet. And I'm not talking about, in a dirty way, although people might feel that way about you, but, you have beautiful feet, okay? And I think here with the High Priestess and the Temperance, This is a very romantic energy, like a very seductive vibe. So, yes, we were asking about physical beauty, but we're getting the energy of you as well too, and it's a temptress, okay? Someone who doesn't have to do much, just has to kind of glance at you once, and like they have you hooked. Um, but again, there could be a uniqueness here with the way that you dress, and you could be like, it's interesting. She looks like she's like, I don't know what she's doing there. Both of them, they look like they're, I don't know, mixing potions or conducting spells. So I don't know if people have this way about you where you just look like that time period of like a seductive witch or something along those lines. It may not be, but I don't know. It's just very feminine. Now her breasts are showing, but I'm again with these two cards, I'm not getting too much on the physical beauty. It's like an all-around beauty. Like I couldn't even sit here and name everything, but it's more the energy. And it's like a type of person you see that does not look like many other people. You know, in a day and age where there's so much different styles and women are looking more masculine than ever, you kind of bring it home to like another time period or something. I hope you know what I mean by that. But very stunning and erotic and like just like witchy and like different and like seductive, and it's like romantic and it's all that, okay? Wow. What do the cards want you to know? Okay, let's find out. So what indeed is the most beautiful thing about you according to the cards? Look at this. Now this is interesting, right? You're like a creator, like with the magician, like, oh my God, like someone who can make, I wouldn't be surprised if anybody who picked this is like literally like a witch or does these kind of things. It could be a few of you out there, or someone who is like literally has a bomb ass skill. And that could be why you're so successful. Maybe you're a content creator. Hell, what the hell? I never even thought about that too, because with the magician, that could totally be content creators, you know, on the internet as well too. Maybe that's why you're worldwide famous. Who knows? Give me more on the Four of Swords. Give me more on the Four of Swords. I feel like you know how to make the most of situations to take to your advantage. So this is kind of coming across like, I think pile one a little bit. You have this as well too, is a little calculating, but not calculating in a bad way, but you know how to turn things to your advantage, and you know how to make the most out of situations, and you're very unique. So it's funny with the Seven of Wands, he's uniquely trying to fit these wands in to wherever they are. And it's sitting right under the world. So you could be someone who's doing something that many people are not. And I don't care what anybody says, being a YouTuber is not common. I don't know. I know a lot of people and nobody's a YouTuber, okay? So you could be very creative with how you make money or how you are. Like again, she looks like she's conducting something. And I don't care if you're making perfume. It's just, it's something that's different. It could be for a few of you out there. Now, if you are just, you know, if you have a 9-to-5 job, that it doesn't mean that this doesn't apply to you, okay? I just feel like with the magician, you have skills, a special set of skills or a gift that was bestowed upon you. And you literally took it, you know, from a Four of Swords situation, which is like doing nothing with it, and made it into something very creative. And maybe that's, again, why you're, you know, like, I don't know, known for something. And it could be even photography. Maybe you do bomb-ass photography. I don't know. It's just, it's something unique. You know, it's not like, I feel like, you know, if we're talking about the skill set here, it's not like I'm saying that you're sitting behind a desk, you know, doing admin assistant, okay? This is something of a gift that you're using. And that's what's most beautiful about you, is that you were able to harness it and make it into something and do something successful with it. Not everybody can do that. You know how many people sit around with special gifts and don't do anything with it? It's a tragedy when that happens. Isn't there a saying, there's nothing worse than wasted talent? Yeah, you're not, this is not you though. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Now, how does your beauty shine when you're around others? Wow. You're triggering the F out of people. I'll tell you that with the Judgment and the Ace of Swords. You're triggering them in a sense like to be better, okay, with the Empress. So I don't know, it could be through traumatic triggering where, maybe you're the type of person who meets a lot of people who are triggered by you and you're like, they don't like me. It's not that, it's just you're doing something, and I can resonate with this, too. People sometimes, instead to take it and be inspired, they turn around and say they don't like the person. But I feel like you're an Empress, you're a creator. And with the Judgment, I feel like this is a triggering. For me, this is how I'm reading it with the Ace of Swords. It's like something inside them, because this is mental clarity, to do better. You're very inspiring, okay, to whoever knows about these talents of yours. But you're very inspiring, even maybe even if you're a mom too, you could be very inspiring as a mother. But you're a goddess, honey. You are a goddess. And again, you could be here with this special talent to not just create, but also to trigger people into doing better. It's almost like a wake-up call for them with the Judgment, to do better. Be like her, be like him, be like the Empress, It's funny, Emperor and Empress, huh? Isn't that funny? Interesting. Your beauty also shines when you're with others, when you're around others, because of how maybe advanced you could be, okay? And I don't know what that will be with. It could be just like maybe you're on the internet, maybe you have a platform, maybe you have taken advantage of free tools like YouTube, Fiverr, who knows? But you're also advanced, I feel like. So you're beautiful. The beauty that people see when you're around them is inspiring energy. Like, I want to be like that. I want to do like that too. Like a pioneer and a leader. This is what I'm getting with pile 4. Pioneer, leader. So this will be natural for you. Just know if you are feeling like, people don't like you often, or you feel like you're triggering other females, it's not that you're doing anything wrong. They're just taken aback by your success. And maybe you've went out on that extra limb to do something and they're not there yet. So instead to be inspired, they're just taking it in like that lower vibration way. But don't take it personally, because I'm telling you, there could be a lot of people who want to be you. There could be a lot, because, when you have a gift like this with the Magician, whatever that gift may be, that's God-given. And it's not sometimes always something that you can copy. Okay. So, wow, that's a lot, pile 4. Amazing. Let me know if this resonated, and thank you so much for watching.